Oh, that's better. Oh, man, it's good to be back here in my office, in my chair, just around and seeing you guys again and back on camera. That's what I love. And here with a new story, if you guys are willing to listen to it. I like to think I'm adventurous, but the problem with that is I'm also clumsy. Because of this fact, I usually hurt myself trying to do new things, so I figured I'd tell you a story about just one of the many times that I hurt myself. So I had this neighbor I just love, right? I go over there every single time I want to do something new, I want to do a new project, I want to fix my car, or whenever I just really need a good laugh, because he's always there, and it's just really good to have him around. I'm gonna call him Barry. Yeah, Barry. You'll never know his name because of that. Like most of the new things that I want to do, I saw a video of it on YouTube. So I ran over there with my phone in hand and presented my idea for the week for him. He, of course, said what he always says, you can do anything you want to do, as long as you have the right tools. That means yes, by the way. So this week, I wanted to try whittling. Most of you actually might not know what this is. This is the art of taking wood and turning it into cool things. So most people that whittle usually make little figurines or little stuff, so they make stuff like this, or they usually make stuff like this, and it turns out really cool, and so I wanted to learn how to do it, because I like sculpting, and so I actually sculpt with clay. Actually, do I have this? The thing? Yeah, right here. So I made this out of... that's dusty. I made this out of clay, and it's just a little... I'm just looking at the capture so I can see where it is. I made this out of clay, and I really like making stuff, and so I wanted to try whittling for the first time in my life. So the thing I wanted to make was a dog, but it had a jug in its hand, and it was like an old dog, and it was more like a cartoon character, and he stood up. He was kind of like the dog from, what's that movie? Robin Hood. Yeah, the cartoon Robin Hood, and he was like that. I'll show a picture of him when I said that, just so you can see who it is. Oh, if you haven't seen Robin Hood, by the way, get on that. It's a really good film. So, as I was doing this, I printed out the diagram, I smacked it onto a piece of wood, I cut it all out, I measured everything, and I made it very, very rough. So, now it was time to make the details. I never handled wood cutting stuff before. You know that because I just called it wood cutting stuff. But he handed me a gouge. A gouge is this thing. It is a piece of... it's a tool that you use to gouge things. Does that make sense? You use to gouge things. It's about an inch long, and or it's about an inch wide, and it's very, very, very sharp in the edge, so you can get a groove on certain things. I hope I explained that well enough. Anyway, so I was cutting and grooving out details in the piece of wood, and all of a sudden... Yeah, so I stabbed myself. So what? I did it one time. Stabbed myself one time. Okay, 2 times. But this is the first time I've done it in a really long time. So, of course, I was just gushing blood. I mean, just right out of my hands. Spewed like a fire hydrant. It was terrible. Well, he saw that I did this. He turned and he's like, oh, crap. Quick, here. And he hands me this rag that is just covered in oil and dirt. And it was stuffed inside an engine, so it would keep the dust out. Okay, yeah, thanks, man. I'll do that. You get no problem. Let me just got it contaminated. Fill it with dirt and grime and bacteria and Actually, it's funny talking about this is actually making my hand hurt where I stabbed it. So after applying pressure for about 5 minutes, the bleeding finally stopped. And I walked home, and I thought I needed to go to the hospital to get stitches. Funny story, I walked in the house, opened up the door, and I saw my mom was taking a nap. And so I walked over to her, and I wake her up, and I'm like, hey, I kind of stabbed my hand, and I was bleeding a lot. We should probably go to the hospital so I can get some stitches. And she looks over at me, and then looks down at my hand, and says... you're fine. And then goes back to sleep. Motherly love. Isn't it just the best? She was right, by the way. I was totally fine. I mean, the next day, the wound totally healed up, and I was fine. She was right. I was fine. So I have this inch-long scar on my hand now, and it's really hard to see. Let's see if I can show it to you. No, you can't see it. It turned out so flesh colored that you can't really see it. So you're just gonna have to trust me. Okay? Hi. Sorry that this video took so freaking long to make. That's the first thing I want to get off my chest. I'm really, really, really sorry that it took this long to upload this video and that I wasn't doing any vlogs. I have been working non-stop all for the last 2 weeks, and I just didn't get the chance to do anything, and I was exhausted the entire time, so I'm really, really sorry. So the beginning of the video doesn't really make much sense because it was supposed to be uploaded last week, and I just didn't get the chance to do it, so I'm really, really sorry about that. Also, thank you for sticking with me and staying around and for everything that you guys have done, and thanks for that. Sorry for not uploading. I'm terrible. So, I guess that's all I have to really say. I really did enjoy telling you that story, and so I hope you guys liked it. That's pretty much it. Okay, love you. Bye.